What's up everybody, it's Coach Drivers from Strong Dragon Training and I'm back today to give you a little bit of a detailed explanation on a very minor tweak in an exercise that will make a world of a difference on how you hit the muscle and how effective you make the exercise. Today I want to go over the lateral raises. Now, while I already have a video of the lateral raises displayed on my YouTube channel, Strong Dragon Training, hit that like and subscribe, don't forget, I'm watching you guys. So while I have that video posted up, I never really took the time to explain exactly what you need to always look for and two, exactly why that is important. Now, when you do a lateral raise, for those of you who don't know and you're watching my videos for the very first time, this is it, right over here, right? You're doing a lateral raise, you're raising your arms laterally to your body, you're targeting to hit the mid-deltoid primarily. Of course, the other two, the anterior and the posterior, still activate to stabilize and facilitate the movement, but your mid-deltoid is the one that's being worked out the most. And if you follow bodybuilders and bodybuilding shows and things like that, you would know that every single one of them will tell you that if you want to look a little bit wider, have that V-tape or a little bit nicer on stage, you better pump those lateral raises like crazy when you're training, because it gives that illusion of a little bit wider body. You know, the cap, the polar ice cap of the shoulder will allow you to look a little bit wider for stage, and of course overall it just looks better on the body aesthetically wise, right? Now here's what I need you guys to pay attention at. I'm going to grab a dumbbell over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do version number 1, lifting it up like this. Version number 2, bringing it up like this. Did you guys catch the difference? Let me do it again. Number 1, number 2. Okay, so notice, let me tell you specifically, in version number 2, I did it the correct way. In number 1, I did it not necessarily the incorrect way, but now I am not targeting predominantly the muscle that I'm trying to target. And here's what I mean about that. The human body is absolutely amazing. You know, small little tweaks will get you to work muscles and will hit different areas so much more differently than not having that tweak in. Now, when you do a lateral raise and you have the arm absolutely, like the palm fully facing the floor, okay, so horizontal, parallel to the floor, what happens then is you lift up, but in certain clients and people that I have seen, and if you look at your body anatomically and physiologically speaking, you will have a little bit of a rotation backwards in the shoulder itself. So now when you're lifting up like this, you have the tendency of getting the anterior delt, the front deltoid, work a little bit more than it's actually supposed to work. You're actually stealing the spotlight from your mid deltoid. So you're coming up like this, as you can see. Sorry, my space is a little bit limited here, but as you can see, my arm being straight, now I have the anterior deltoid a little bit more facing to the sky. My mid deltoid is a little bit backwards, and of course we're not even going to reach the posterior one, because that's taken out pretty much almost completely out of this one. Still working, but almost taken out completely. Now, what I would like you guys to do is when you're at the top, twist just a little bit inwards. Now, don't just twist your wrists like this, because remember, the radius and the ulna allow you to do this at your wrists, right? So what I want you to do is to torque it from the actual shoulder joint itself. Okay, so the movement of this arm, you started at the bottom. Let me see if I can go here. You started at the bottom. Instead of putting the dumbbell next to your side over here, you now have it just a little bit to the front. See how it is almost diagonally, right, on my thigh? It's right in front, and from here, I go up and up, right? Now, when this happens, as you can tell, now my mid-delt is pointing more towards the ceiling. Now it's getting the spotlight, the attention, and the work it actually deserves, and you're trying to target with it. Anterior, posterior, they're all working now, but they're working at the minimal rate that they need to in order to facilitate the movement and keep everything stabilized. You are now giving that delt the amount of work necessary and the amount of spotlight necessary to train it like you intend it to be. Okay, so change your exercises, guys, because 99.99% of you will benefit more from this kind of a movement if you have it torqued in a little bit. Again, to see my hand here, instead of having your arm out like this, just a little bit of a torque inwards will make a world of a difference. Number one, you'll be engaging the shoulder joint a little bit, and especially at first, if you're used to having the arm like this, but now you torque it inwards a little bit, now you're going to feel your shoulder joint working just a little bit differently, and you feel a little bit of tension in there, and you feel the mid deltoid a little bit more. You will feel a day to night kind of difference in your shoulder joint, and especially when you do 15 reps of one, 15 reps of the other, you will feel a major difference. So try to change that, guys, because by doing it with the wrist just a little bit pointed forward, but remember, not just from the forearm, it needs to twist from the actual shoulder joint itself. When you twist it from there, now you're targeting the muscle you're looking for, and now you're working more towards that width. And I know firsthand, because for many years in the past, when I've been working out, before I'd done all the studies and before I listened and learned from other people that have been veterans in the gym and have been on stage and know all these different tricks, I've been doing the same mistake. And somebody finally one time corrected me and said, hey, why don't you try this? I tried it and it felt so much more different. My shoulders were actually sore in the right place, and I didn't feel my front deltoid as much. And I looked into it a little bit more, and it all made sense. So trust me, guys, do a little bit of research if you want, but trust me, by twisting that arm inwards like that, it'll make a world of difference to your delts, and you will thank me later when you start building that polar ice cap in your shoulders. Let me know, guys, please, in the comment if you've tried this exercise, how do you like it, and how much more of a difference did it make. And what I'm going to challenge you guys to do as well, if you're already doing the with the wrist like this, I don't know why I'm coming so close to the camera because now I'm disappearing off camera. If you already do it this way, I'm going to challenge you just for a couple of repetitions, do it the quote-unquote incorrect way. And see the difference, explore a little bit, see what your body is telling you. A couple of reps is not going to throw your progress out the window. Try it out. I'm really curious to see what exactly you feel in your body, in your joints. What is your brain and your body and your muscles telling you when you make these little changes? I would love to hear from you guys. Like and subscribe, please. Coach Dragon, some Strong Dragon training. If you have questions, if you're still not clear on the topic, please message me. 24 hours, I'll respond to you, and if needed, I'll reach out to you, make a special video just for you. I never ever minded. I'll always be happy to help you guys out, and that's why Strong Dragon is here for. We offer advice, and it's always going to be free for you guys. Coach Dragon from Strong Dragon Training. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you on my next video, guys. Have an amazing one.